Hey T-Bird fans, welcome to another episode of Top Shelf. Today we're going to talk to GM Bil La Forge about the NHL Draft. We had 4 players selected, 3 from the current roster. Henrik Rybinski went to the Florida Panthers in the 5th round. Roddy went to the Philadelphia Flyers in the 6th round. Matthew Wedman went to the Panthers in the 7th round. And former T-Bird Dylan Hameliuk was drafted in the 2nd round by the San Jose Sharks. He's currently a Kelowna Rocket, but he played last season with us here at Accesso Shower Center. Bill, you were at the draft up in Vancouver. How did it go overall for your experience?
Yeah, it was a really exciting day for our whole group there, and we had, the coaches came out, and I think it was really good for them to see their hard work paid off with the players. I mean, it's a great day to be a Thunderbird for sure.
So in the course of the draft, you're at the draft with Matt, assistant coaches Cass and Kyle, other members of our organization. How much interaction do you have with NHL teams at the draft, with general managers, head scouts, director of amateur scouting, in regards to talking to them about our players? Is that something that you talk a lot, or is that more done during the regular season?
Yeah, it starts during the regular season for sure. But I think at the draft, you start to have a little bit, maybe different conversations. Maybe they're looking a little bit more in depth at certain players. And I know my phone was ringing during some of the rounds from some of the teams, but that's all part of it. And we're here to do anything we can to help move the players on. So it's an exciting day.
The WHL had 28 players drafted this past weekend in Vancouver, led all development leagues in Europe and in North America. 4 guys selected. Have you talked to any of the guys after the draft and what they were feeling and what their thoughts were?
Yeah, we talked to, I know personally I sent the 3 guys that are on our current roster a text after the draft. They were really busy, a lot of them going to development camps and so on and so forth, but they were really excited and we were really happy for them. We actually went out to dinner with Henry the night before the 2nd round, so it was an exciting time, and he was having a blast, so it was good.
In the vein of talking to GMs and head scouts, we have the import draft coming up on Thursday. We have the 19th pick. We'll be making a selection. Is the NHL draft, a chance also to talk to GMs and NHL GMs, heads of scouting, about potential import picks that we might make on Thursday? Yeah,
for sure. We're always networking there and asking if they've heard someone that's coming over, or what do you think of this player? We like to rely on our work as much as we can, but anytime you can get a little extra information, it's very valuable.
Matthew Wedman, selected in the 7th round by the Florida Panthers as a 19-year-old this past season. He'd be a 20-year-old with us this coming season. There's a possibility that he goes to training camp with the Florida Panthers and wins an AHL spot to go play for the Springfield Thunderbirds. What is your process as you look to build the roster for this coming season, knowing that if Wedman has a good camp with Florida, he might not be here?
Yeah, we're really happy for Wedsy. I mean, we want him to move on to attain his goals in any way he can, and we're very supportive of that. I think all along throughout the summer we've been kind of projecting him not to be here, and if he comes back, it's going to be a great bonus for us. But I mean, we move on, and we did our job with Matt and developed him, and over the years, and he's really put himself in a spot to maybe attain that goal. So if that happens, we'll move on and move forward, and ice the best team possible.
Wedman put in a lot of hard work this last year with Steven Gertzen, with our coaching staff. It was great to see him selected. Some other guys that are going to be putting in a lot of hard work this coming season. We have a lot of guys that could be eligible for the 2020 NHL Draft if you look ahead a year. Central Scouting could be watching them. NHL Scouts could be watching them. What is the process for them as they look forward to potentially being selected a year from now?
Well, I think that process started for them the minute our season ended. I think that we've talked to all the guys during the summer. They're working hard. They're doing their best to go to camps and make sure they're in the gym. And I think they need to come in with the mindset in September that a successful team has lots of guys drafted, and we hope to have another banner day next year at the NHL Draft in Montreal.
We'll finish up here with the import draft, as I mentioned, coming up on Thursday. What's your process and your right now for making that selection? What are you and the coaches working on in regards to scouting players?
Yeah, we're putting in the long hours on the phone and the computers, watching videos, talking to agents and scouts from NHL teams, and just doing everything we can do to put the guys in the right order. We're in a very special situation that we have 2 good imports coming back, and we're really excited about both Simon and Andre. So for us, a player is going to have to be very special to knock one of those 2 off. But I think that it's an exciting day, and we'll take it step by step. But like I said, Andre and Simon are a big part of what we're doing going forward.
Thanks for your time, Bill.
Thank you.
T-Bird fans, another episode of Top Shelf. We'll have a new episode of Top Shelf after the import draft, which is this Thursday. You can follow the picks online at our website, and we'll have social media platforms posting who our pick is. Thanks for joining us, T-Birds fans.